Hello, it's Patrick and welcome to some more Tesla news. I'm over at the Salt Lake City Supercharger working on possibly picking up a Tesla Model X. I will post more about this if it works out, but there are some complications. If you follow me on Twitter at Walking Crow, I'll update that. There's some pretty big news coming out right now. Elon's been saying that they're going to work on getting at least a preview build or something of full self-driving out by the end of the year, and sure enough, that's what the Holliday firmware update's going to be. He says it's in validation mode, and it should be out in a couple days. And it's going to allow for Stardew Valley, Lost Backgammon, and a few other things, as well as full self-driving sneak preview. So everybody's theorizing on what this could be. My guess is he'd hinted at it's going to be where the car can find a parking spot itself and park. Like, you know, you get out and it goes and it seeks for somewhere to park and parks itself. But maybe like the preview is you'll still be in the car. So you can get it to a parking lot and be like, find a parking spot. And it'll drive around. Because then it'll still be in private parking, not on public roads. And technically it'll be fully self-driving within the parking lot while you're in the car. As opposed to Smart Summon where you have to be outside of the car and summon it. Or maybe it really is like straight up, like a time-limited full self-driving or geo-fenced area, like certain locations that they know are safe for doing in-town turns and things. Whatever it is, it's not going to be like you can sleep in the back seat, but it'll be pretty cool to see what this is, and hopefully it's going to come out probably Christmas Eve, or at least in wide release sometime before the end of the year. So I can't wait. What do you guys think? What are your theories below? What is this update going to be? I'm pretty excited about it. If I get this new Tesla, I'll have the full self-driving computer and I'll post videos of whatever it is that it can do. I was at the service center for my wife's Model 3 and they fixed the thermal expansion issue that it has when supercharging, because it heats up and it makes a really loud thunk whenever it's supercharging in the cold. So they put those on there and they said that should limit that noise. It may still happen, but it should significantly decrease it. It's a free fix. They had been telling people for the past year that it was just normal. So if you're not aware of it, you can take it into the service center and get that updated. Also, I got the spoiler on there. So they're doing the spoilers now. They've been holding off on putting the spoilers on the Performance Model 3s. If you want the performance of a Performance Model 3 without having to buy it, there's a stealth Performance Model 3 that you can order, which doesn't have the upgraded suspension and tires. And that's one way to get like a faster Model 3 without having to pay the full price. And now there's a new way. So apparently if you've got a dual motor Model 3, you can pay $2,000 and you can get half a second faster 0 to 60 time. So this is like the first in-app update for a software that Tesla has done. So this is actually on the app of your phone. You can check it and see if it's available for your car. It's pretty cool. It's an acceleration boost. It's a $2,000 over-the-air upgrade that makes the 0-60 to time of the Model 3 dual motor long range go down from 4.4 to 3.9 seconds. It's offered in-app as an over-the-air update, and it only takes minutes. No service center needed. Now, that's probably because the dual motor Model 3s and the Performance Model 3s, same motors. So the only thing Elon had said in the past when they were initially doing production is that the Performance Model 3 motors were the cream of the crop. Like when they, do testing on them, they're the top performing of the batch. So they put those ones in the performance models. That's what Intel said. This is really similar to like computer chips. Intel says they kind of do the same thing with the clock speeds on their CPUs, that they put the top of ones, they clock them up higher. And who knows, maybe the process of building the motors has gotten so good that really all of them are the performance, and there really is no cream of the crop because they're all cream of the crop. Also, Tesla put out an update on tips for winter driving, and they talk about preheating your car, leaving it plugged in, letting it precondition, stuff like that, setting departure dates. Now they're offering an anti-ice window treatment. You need to take your car into the Tesla service center. They put a coating on there that helps break ice buildup on windows. It costs about $150. Electric, on their article, mentioned that they just put some lubricant around the seals of the windows and didn't have any issues after that. I live in cold climates. and I have a garage, I don't have any issues. But when I'm traveling to cold climates and it's out, it does have issues. Like the window will freeze over in an ice storm, or a snowstorm that becomes an ice storm, and then since there's no frame, the window won't go down, and it'll open and it won't fully close, and it's really cold and noisy and horrible. And you have to put the frosters on the window for a really long time to really get it to melt. Anyways, it's a welcome thing. I'm debating on whether or not to try it. I might try it on one of the cars. Everybody either loves or hates that CyberTruck. It's funny, the more people I talk to about it, everybody's aware of it. It's really in the news cycle. In fact, I think it's got people buying Teslas like crazy because there's no inventory of any Teslas. And over at the service centers and everywhere, they're just like packed. Great news for Tesla. The stock's the highest it's ever been. And Elon posted some more tidbits about the CyberTruck. The CyberTruck will have HVAC in the bed with the tonneau cover closed for sleeping and camping. The truck bed will probably be accessible from the second row. Bio-defense filter system partially. So it will have a large filter, but not as big as the S and X, apparently. So it'll still be pretty doggone good, but not quite as good, I guess, as the premium Teslas. And that'd be pretty cool if that vault locks and gives you air conditioning and the back seats fold down. That'll give you a lot of more storage, and my line of work will be able to put cable in there and keep it warm. About the Model S and the X, the MCU 1 to 2 upgrade, this is the faster Intel processor. It's going to be about $2,000, and he doesn't recommend it. He said it doesn't add much functionality, but it does. It adds the ability to watch the infotainment stuff, so YouTube and Hulu and Netflix and beach buggy racing, and right now Service Center says they can't upgrade those ones to the full self-driving computer. I don't know. I think $2,000 is reasonable. A lot of people have had to have them replaced anyways. It'd be nice to replace them with the newer version as opposed to the older version. It would be good if that came out, and I think it'd be a lot better if it was cheaper, like $1,000. Good news on the Model S front is it was in Time magazine as one of the top 10 devices of the decade. So that's pretty cool. They're like, yeah, that Model S, it changed everything. And it did. Like, just now, other car manufacturers are getting up to the specs of the Model S. And even then, they're not as efficient, which is crazy. One of the big things about Tesla is the Supercharger network, and that it's available nationwide, and EVgo is going to add Tesla cords onto their chargers. So the stations that do CCS, 55 kilowatt to 355 kilowatt, they'll have Tesla, so they'll be like superchargers. They'll be paid third-party superchargers, essentially. This is the first time that's ever happened. Tesla's never allowed them to put their connector on a third-party system. So that's really exciting, because so one of my jobs is we do charging stations, and right now you can't put Tesla cables on them. I would rather they just hurry up and put out a CCS adapter. I think that would solve a lot of problems, especially with Electrify America being at all the Walmarts now. That'd make things significantly easier. Here's a clip of me testing out one of these Electrify Americas over in Nevada. It's really loud here at the Electrify America station. This is in Mesquite, Nevada, and getting my 50 kilowatt hour charge on. This one actually seems to be working pretty decent. Walmart seems to be doing some construction for pickup, so if you order online, you can just come and pick up your stuff real easy. So this one's with it, man. They got the high-speed chargers. They got 150 kilowatt, and at the end here they've got 4 350 kilowatt hour CCS chargers. So Elon, where is the CCS adapter for the Model S and the X and the 3? Because Electrify America's they got stations, man. This would not quite double the Supercharger network, but in my area would help out a bunch. So anyways, thanks. Their payment system's a little clunky, but it works. It's also a little expensive, but hey, man, more chargers the better, especially if we can get to that 250 kilowatt charge rate with a CCS adapter. That's what I'm talking about. If you're looking at purchasing a Tesla, the best thing to do right now, because it's the end of the year, is go to a store and look at the inventory. They always make a few extras from what people do custom orders, or there's cancellations, and you can get one right now like same day, which only happens really at the end of the quarter, because at the beginning of the quarter, they're usually shipping all the Teslas overseas. So if you want to get Tesla, now's the time. Otherwise, you might be waiting a couple months. And I have a referral code. Of course, everybody has a referral code. But if you use mine, it would be greatly appreciated. It gets you 1,000 miles of free supercharging and entry into winning a free Tesla. So thank you guys again. Bye. Oh, man, I keep forgetting all these little things at the end. I should put them in the beginning of the video. The Model 3 ring. So my wife's been making dozens of these things, and I think they look beautiful. Just to note, they are a backup for your main key, and because of the antenna being smaller, you have to be a little bit more precise. It's the exact same antenna, it's just coiled up more on where you place it. So you just got to try it a little bit and figure out exactly where the position is for your hand and your car to have the best results. I think they look awesome, and they're great to have. They're only $99. We got a new gold inlay, which is $150, actual 24 karat gold in the ring. So if you want to do that, it's teslatrip.com/ring. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.